everybody. How are you today? Um, I'm hoping this could be 20, 30 minutes. I'm not really going to be going over schedules. I'm going to kind of talk about teams. I'm going to mostly strong teams, talk about some changes that have happened, kind of go through every single league, express my opinions, and everything else eventually. As soon as my phone, make sure I can see chat as well. Looks like my volume's good. I will post in AD2L here and won't be editing anything. Uh, where's the content channel? There we go. Doing that even. Oh, wait, the fuck, dude. Where do I want to be? I don't know where I want to be, guys. I'm all over the place. All over the place. I've been wanting to do this. I think it's important. I won't be doing like maybe this schedule very fast. I won't be doing much more. Biggest news: season 26 champs uh got the 2-0 from Team Retro. They did not have their Dota buffs, and I did touch on this before. They did not have their account set up. Season 26 champs decided to play them and ended up 2-0, and I got 2-0 by Team Retro. They were pretty upset about it. I completely understand that they were pretty upset about that, and they eventually got their 2 wins. A little asterisk, it kind of one good thing for well, maybe not, is whoever does face Team Retro in AD2L playoffs will be facing a slightly harder team, and seeding Team Retro, though, is now 2-0. Now that they fixed it being an extra lives, not an extremely competitive team. I still think Division 2 is the strongest division. I think the top five, I'm including Team Retro, I think they're a pretty good team, are definitely the better teams. It's a very tough division. Misty Mountains beating Semi Dream Team, the first team that I'd say was good that they faced. Um, they 2-0'd them, so that's really huge for their team, and they're 6-0, so that's really huge. Perfect wins there. Digital Habitat also winning their match against Fort Glort. Fort Glort was 3 out of 4, a very good team. They managed to win that. Team Tyrant has changed to the Short Bus All Stars, also doing fairly good. 5 wins. These are some like excellent AD2L teams. And like I said, we're trying to do this in 20 minutes. There's going to be a show later today, not done by me, going through, and those take an hour to 2 hours. I just not interested. I just want to look at the top teams, some things that kind of stand out to me. Lemon Snow Cones 1-1 with the Instigators. I was thinking the Lemon Snow Cones this season were going to do really well, and I'll see we have this year. They go 1-1 with it. I just actually let me just I want to add. Oh, I can do this. Yeah. How do I use a computer? Who knows? Um, Lemon Snow Coast winning game 1, 35-9, kind of getting back in the rhythm. I kind of like the draft where they're at, very fast paced. 27 minutes they went. Other team, they did have the Weaver, but he didn't do amazing. Um, Disruptor definitely did though, but And then game 2, if we kind of look at it, Lemon Snow Cones ending up losing this game. 40-minute game. One side played the Void. Void was really good. He's received a little nerfs. I'm not the biggest fan of the Mask of Madness. It's kind of like you go Maelstrom. I'm a little worried with the mask. It's not the biggest deal. They definitely had the damage. I didn't watch this game. I'd be curious how they played with the Magnus. Some teams can do a good job with it. Some don't with the Magnus Void. It looked like they had good farm, so I wonder if it was like a fight at the end. Yeah, they had an advantage until they threw it. Yeah. So Lemon Snow Cones might have 2-0'd this. I think they're still well, I thought they were a really good team. There's still potential that they're a really good team as well. This game just seems like a little hiccup for them. They could end up being like a lower seed than they should be with some losses. They're fifth or sixth. Miss Gaming, a team that I thought was going to do really really well. Um, Finally get a couple wins against the maintenance, and I'm actually a little curious on how that went. Um, did they only 1-0? It looks like only one game was played on Dota Buff, but Miss Gaming 44-18. Uh, Nothing huge to see here. Looks like what Faded Brooch, Greater Fairy Fire, Ancillary Stores. This is dope. 3 charges, man. It's actually cool. Nothing completely out of the ordinary. Looks like a decent draft. It looks like their Ursa 12-0. That's very dominating for an Ursa, picking up train kind of with the meta. Haven't seen too much of PL in games right now, but Viper, Veno, Weaver may looks like they had a pretty actually okay draft that might have challenged these guys. Um, they ended up losing, but Miss Gaming finally maybe getting together, working through. I want to see these guys do well because they were my pick that I thought everybody was marking low on them. Um, they were against the Mintnas, which is kind of a lower ranked team. Um, a lot of good teams. Tyrants have really shocked me in becoming also a really good team. Digital Habitat, probably the best team in their division. I think I have to go for now, especially when you 2-0 a team like Folklore, a team that has done really well. I think you're 100% at it. Um, Again, I think Misty Mountains. Honestly, Division 2, it's pretty tough for me to rate. Probably Misty Mountains could be potentially the best team. I do. I don't know what the schedule is going to hold. I like to see them face another tougher team. They've only faced Semi Dream Team. They're still Silver Breakfast Pandas, as well as um, Season 26 champs. Misty Mountains currently score wise, I think would be the best, but I still think they have to challenge, maybe even face Team Retro. Let's see you face another couple of the challenging teams, and then you can lay claim to it. Let's game one. Can kind of look at it quickly. Misty Mountains just going with that simple Chikiro. They get a Huskar. He goes 18-5. A couple more deaths than I like to see, but Huskar 18, then Razor 21, and 50-minute game. Just a really long game. Been seeing a lot of Razor as well, and top tier games and Semi Dream Team. 29 minutes, just getting kind of annihilated. Kind of interesting. They picked the Life Stealer, I imagine, into the Underlord. Um, they get the CCM on JoJo Elephants. Crystal Maiden's just really good right now. Ancient Apparition doesn't seem like the worst. I've been seeing it. There's actually a game going on with the mid. Kind of curious what happened to the Life Stealer. He went Maelstrom Deso. Nothing wrong with that. I think they don't. There's a few. I think this game kind of this team has a few more ways to clear waves, even Crystal Maiden can. I'm looking at it right now. Ancient Apparition doesn't do the greatest at clearing waves. Lifestealer doesn't either, unless if he goes like a Radiance, and that's not the build right now. Trying to be faster. Warlock can't fast. Only really like you have a Tusk that can. I think Semi Dream Team, their draft, they just don't really have those wave clears, and I've been seeing a lot of split push doing well. It's not like these guys have amazing split push, but clearing waves, these guys just do way more farm, more efficient. Game two, game one, I think Semi Dream Team could have won with their draft, but oh well, shit happens. It's fine. It's cool. Full Sturka, I feel bad for the. Well, it's still 0-0 with the bad idea. Um, I don't know if they're still a team or not. I'm not 100% sure. Or if this game hasn't played or they haven't updated the score. Um, kind of the bottom two teams, Division Two. I feel really bad idea did disband. That's what I thought. I thought so. I'm happy. Was it Drode's team? Yikes! I appreciate you guys letting me know. That's what I thought. So full Sturka gonna get a 2 wins, bumping them up, but at least they'll be the only team. They're the only team with 0, so they'll have a couple wins. And we'll kind of go to Division 3 because we talked about Division 1, we talked about Division 2, Division 3, Petting Zoo Rejects. Probably now the number one team in their division, 6-0. They beat, well, actually, I was kind of looking at this. I before the stream started, where's their. I want to put a little asterisk. Wait, where are they? They did face Red 5 standing by, and their first week, which I thought was going to be one of the better teams in their division. The only other good team is Sophisticated Pooh. Winnie the Pooh, I'm talking about. They're no longer Sophisticated Puddles. They're Sophisticated Winnie the Pooh. They're the only other team in Division 3 I think is worth talking about. Red 5 standing by has disappointed me. I'm sorry, Red 5 standing by, and everybody on your team. Prove me wrong. That's what you do. When someone says you're not good, you prove them wrong. You don't go into a Discord channel and just start flaming people and they complain about your name. Shout out to Season 26 champs. The Petting Zoo Rejects, 6 wins. They've only had one challenge. Sophisticated Puddles, 5 wins, 1 loss. They did end up getting 1 loss. Jukester, is that actually official? I didn't think that was. I thought that was you guys memeing. I thought that was you memeing, Jukester. You guys are actually kicked out and you're going to intermediate. Damn. I didn't think that was serious. Wow. I didn't think that was official. I thought that was actually you memeing. Wow. Digital habitat. Wow, that's crazy. You want to grind MMR? Yeah, I feel you. I think that I honestly. I already got players call me out. Wow. I feel yeah, you know what? I wish you luck. That kind of sucks. I think you probably favorites to win. To be honest, I was talking about Division 1, and I said you guys are probably the best team. Yet took Fork Lord on with the 2-0. That hmm. Yeah, I feel, and I want to make a not that. Listen, guys, eventually this is going to be a video, and people are going to be like, "What the hell? Why are you going off topic?" But I honestly feel like to do a proper seasons, I feel like 80. I feel like contender should have been like Legend or Legend One cap, like to join, and then you go up to like Legend 5 or Ancient 1. That way there's not people Legend 4 and then you can't rank. You know, that's kind of my idea is let's give like a buffer 4 or 5 medals, and you know what, if you're Legend 2, Legend 3, you're just in intermediate, just deal with it and climb and get better, you know. Have that be a thing. Now that's very hard to police. But having that so people can play ranked and get better, There's two. Listen, I saw in chat too many people have made like ruined it for people. I don't even care. I don't think he'll watch this, and I don't care if he watches this. Cloudy. I'm sorry. He literally played one ranked game and he ranked up 6 or 7 levels. He literally did not calibrate properly. I do not care about anything he shows. He ruined it for a bunch of people, and it's really hard, for Seth to police and be like, "Okay, you joined when your legend won." But that would be the ideal, I think, way. If we could find a way to police it, your legend one or lower, you can start in contender. You can get up to legend 5, and yes, there'd still be sandbagging. I think there's sandbagging all the time for some people. It just sucks. So grats on going to intermediate. There's some teams that aren't that great in intermediate, so I think you'll be able to have challenging, especially if all you guys are playing ranked and getting better. I noticed if people aren't playing ranked and continuing to play games, they start losing it a bit, and you can actually catch them on guard, like lower ranked teams in AD2L that continue to play ranked together. And some teams do take it personal. I don't care. This team especially, and they might watch this, they might not, but they're I called them out for two things. Digital habitat. Digital habitat. Dude, Harbinger's here. I am going to touch a little base on intermediate. I am going to touch base on intermediate very briefly. I'm trying to make this very short. I'm going to let each individual game be done, I think, by Dylan, and they could talk about matchups and everything. I'm just here for a quick overall review. So, but Petting Zoo and Sophisticated Puddles are clearly 1 and 2 in Division 3. I hope they'll get to face each other, and I hope they get to play each other with their 5 mans, 5v5. And, winner of that will be Division 3 uh, lead. And I think, yeah, if we digital habitat gone, that'll be really interesting for this division because I thought they were clear number 1. Oh yeah, Dylan, you and Thug Potato. That's good. That's good. I'm just trying to do a quick overview. I just wanted to make a quick video that people that don't care about like each individual match. Just really fast, though it ends up getting longer than I wanted. Um, and the in-depth stuff is really good. With Digital Habitat gone, I almost have to go back to these guys. One of these 4 will kind of take over, and Lemon Snow Cones if they come back to form. Maybe for Glort. MBA or the Short Bus All Stars, the Tyrant. They're at 5. TSA. Who the fuck is TSA? What's this? Who's TSA? Oh, the Short Bus All Stars. Really? Dude, the teams that are good that have a shot at winning. I just realized I was thinking something else. The teams that have a good chance at winning. Dude, maybe this comes true. Maybe they do end up winning. Enough good teams step up teams. But honestly, Division 2 is still probably the hardest. Damn, that's crazy. 2 teams. People could talk about that. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, Division 3 down here. Division 1, we'll wait a week and see how teams play against each other. But there's still potential for Lemon Snow Cones to be number 1. Any of these 3 teams. Any of these. Miss Gaming as well. I thought they were always going to be good. They got an obvious Smurf. Oh, man, I didn't want to. Man, I feel like now I have to go into their team. Well, Legend 2 definitely isn't a Smurf. It's not Sharky. I think I looked at their team and I mentioned they might have one before. Oh, did I accidentally? This guy plays a lot, and he's Archon 1. Does he? He has a high win rate too. 60 is crazy. I think I mentioned this in one of my videos, not to sidetrack my own videos, but I remember mentioning this high win rate. And I'm like, there's no way this guy. Yeah, it's coming back to me. I'm like, there's no. If you have a 60% win rate, something's going on. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's nothing personal, but crazy. Well, we'll see how that goes. I don't want to derail. I'm done with my contender topic. People can talk about it more in depth in all their games. I just touched a couple of them. I mentioned two I think is really good. Apparently, these two teams might both get sent to intermediate, or this team get kicked, or the one player get kicked. Who knows? These three, I think Misty Mountains. I actually, I'll do a quick tier list for Division Two. Misty Mountains, Semi Dream Team, Silver Breakfast Pandas, Team Retro, then Season 26 champs. But that can change. I think Misty Mountains deserves their top tier placement, but I need them to play more games. There's only been 3 weeks of games. They need more. And these two in Division 3 are the best. But this is wide open. Like, all five of these teams, any of these teams can take first place. Like, Misty Mountains lose next week's 2-0. I'm going to give someone else number one in that division. Okay. Intermediate League. I did want to talk about this. Some Team Umbra beating Senegang 1-1. Senegang, I think, is probably the best team in intermediate right now with their 5 wins. I stood in for intermediate. I stood in week 2 for Senegang. There was a little controversy in it, but I touched base on that in my captain's video to explain how captains should conduct themselves. So definitely check that out. I almost wanna go to like actually what would be faster? Probably finding them on AD2L. This is good content, guys. Shooting through, seeing some AD2L ads. Oh, here we go. Oh no, I didn't want to click their match. I don't care about what happened. Fireman 2-0. Don't you forget it, guys. I still have it. 2 weeks ago, I stood in for them. 2-0. I played Underlord both games for them. Just saying. Just saying. Even though I wasn't playing any Dota, boom. Can still play with the big dogs into intermediate. And that is why I don't think Digital Habitat will have that big of an issue. Because if they can win with a guy that's not even playing Dota, Digital Habitat has a bunch of players playing a shit ton of Dota, I think they're going to do fine. And I hope they do. I hope they get some wins. Because if I can play with the big dogs, then for sure a team that's been winning their series can win. Oh, this one. No idea who the next matches are, but Tan Tech Esports and TG Gaming. I don't know if they're postponing their match or if they did. Now I almost have to check. See if they played. I honestly think intermediate and TG Gaming won both games. Ooh, TG Gaming actually 3 wins now. It's 5-4-4-3-1-1. I think there's going to be a defined line here. I think Team Umbra, Team, I'm going to call them Carl, and Test Kitchen, I think are kind of like the top three teams. Maybe throw TG Gaming. I think these are kind of a little bit have not teams, a little bit. Maybe even TG Gaming still. Um, Not too much excitement. I think this is the number one team. 100% in the league. And then like there's another like mid tier, and then there's a bottom tier. I hope all of them prove wrong. And listen, there ends up being a bottom tier. Like I can open up Wikipedia and I can look at a tournament and I can be like, hey, these five teams are poor. Prove me wrong. Show me you're better. Show me you're better. Show me your standings. You know, in playoffs, sometimes one series ends up losing, and you are a better team than another team that went on. That sucks. Show me you guys can win. Show me you guys can win. But right now, Senegang, number one team. Their mid laner's really good. Their carry's really good. I could be biased because telling them. I think. Um, yeah, that's fine. But you do realize that they won 2-0 with me, right? Like I played with them, and I'm not saying anything bad against that. I didn't play a single game with them, and I just went into the game and I was like, I haven't played Dota in a while. Just give me this hero, and I should be able to make it work. I don't even have like Underlord on my pro games I play. I just knew he's a good hero and legend ancient right now. So I said, just give me that hero, and I'll just make it work. I actually told them that these are the words I said. Give me a hero that does not die. Is the words I told him. Give me a hero that is big and beefy and doesn't feed too much. So they won 2 games with me. So and I never played a game with any of them. Well, Carl, but that's like months and months ago, and I played carry and mid during that time. But that's different. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm literally just saying I think Team Cinegang's the best team in intermediate. Prove me wrong. Digital Habitat will be joining. Maybe TSA. Maybe that'll be very interesting. I think Digital Habitat will be somewhere in this little region. Maybe even better if they're playing a shit ton of rank. That could be a ridiculous advantage because I think some intermediate teams have some players that are like Ancient 3, Ancient 4 that can't really play on each team. And it's like, that kind of hurts. That's why I was saying maybe intermediate deserves to get at least be Ancient 5. Digital Habitat will win. Maybe. I think you guys have a good shot, especially if you guys are practicing, right? Like some teams have like low legends. I like I said, I'm not Legend 5 right now. I'm probably like Legend 1, Legend 2 if I start playing ranked again. And Senegang won with me. That's all I got. You know, Heroic League, something very interesting. Now, they haven't updated the score, so I don't know. But Glaze Gaming usually ends up winning in Heroic League. We got 3 teams here. Golden Moolahs, have played. Oh, okay. Interesting. So I know nothing about them besides Unsung Esports is now 4-0. Team Psych is 4-0, so this will be an interesting match. Maybe decides who's the strongest in the league. Glaze Gaming normally ends up winning these, so that'll be very interesting. Harbinger, we'll see about that. Them being the strongest team? Dude, you guys can beat them. In the playoffs, anything can happen, right? I'm just saying, I won with them, and I didn't play a single game with them. And we won 2-0. I'm just saying and honestly, I they're not telling me to tell that they're the strongest team. So now teams below them, they have that fire lit under them, and maybe Senegang's like, ooh, we're the best team. We could take our breaks. You cannot do that. Turn straight. Hey, you guys went 1-1. That's important. That's right. That's important. But yeah, normally Glaze Gaming does better. So that'll be curious to see if they're just kind of um, taking it easy, not playing many games, and closer to the playoffs they will be. Heroic with only 5 teams. Um, the issue with heroic is there's teams with immortals on them, and the divine players, they don't have a place to really go. Last season we had divine league. Divine league had 8 teams. Intermediate had 8 teams. Contender had like 8 teams. Good balance, good. Well, like 12 teams maybe. It was a good balance of teams, even leagues, and it seems like a bunch of people deranked, went to contender, and then realized, oh wait, we're not this bad, and now we have this huge kind of chokehold. So many people in contender, and when we could have maybe a higher league in intermediate, and maybe like intermediate, and then another league kind of in between where contender is a little higher. Then we have novice for a few teams. It's kind of tough. It's tough. You don't know where people are going to rank every season. So we'll have to wait and see. But anyways, heroic. I don't want to count Glazed Gaming out. Probably number 4 and 5th team are probably going to be 4th and 5th for the rest. But the top 3 will be interesting, and I can only say that because of Glazed Gaming. This is what I wanted to get through. Was just to quickly chat about these teams. I think it was what? How long was it? Does this tell me? 30 minutes? 30 minutes. Oh god. Okay, guys, we're way past. I was aiming for 20, but I had some discussions. I learned some news. Um, maybe more news. Maybe Jukester shares more. I hope because I didn't touch any of this. I hope the matches, the scheduler comes out for week 4 for the Dylan and Thug Potato content. I just want to make something really quickly, not very long, and just talk about the stronger teams in the league. And you could take it with a grain of salt. Just my opinions. Prove me wrong. Oh, Mad Max. Mad Max, my bad. I don't even know his channel. Twitch.tv something, not Mad Max. Okay, thank you all for watching. Peace. I'm going to post this on YouTube too.